Omwa Paulo no saino kwenda kusponsoringa hapa katota wake omwampulizi n'abantu kwemulugunya kunuya
A very good evening. Please advise if audio can now reach you.
Apa yang rasanya verse 7 ini kemayu jeram verse 7 yaman
Microphone check.
Mr. Paulo hinabanza kwenda kule nyuma stage. Abato VIP. Hey. Abona basaba mani bazo VIP.
A very good evening, all lovers, and welcome to the Break and Finish live streaming platforms. It is the case as has been for the last 2 days, including today, of course, the 23rd of February 2025, a very sunny Sunday evening here at Paul Games Bar, Mbarara City, Western Uganda, 300 kilometers west of Kampala. It has been 100 players, and yet as I speak, only 4 are left in the competition that has been fiercely contested on 4 days. Semi-final number 1 Race to 7 between Ibrahim Sejemba and Yuda Sembosi, both donning white t-shirts. Ibra is the guy queuing. Yuda Sembosi is the guy not on the table. They are racing to 7 for a place in the final to take on the winner of the second semi-final that will be coming up between Kenneth Odong and Joseph Kasozi. Ibra has played frame number 1 successfully, leading the race by 1 frame to nil in a race in which they have been allocated a time of not more than 75 seconds in which to complete this match. To present you this action in audio and video, my name is Simon Peter Chobe. Once again, the streaming date is the 23rd of February 2025 at 5:30 p.m. here in Mbarara. Ibra 1 and DEMBA-BA 0. This match is being streamed live on 2 platforms: Facebook, Break and Finish Live, YouTube, Break and Finish Live. And the live commentary shall be resuming shortly. Welcome to the stream. And yes, after this stream, there shall be the second semi-final between Kenneth Odong and Joseph Kasozi. In this one, it seems a little bit obvious that given his stature and achievements in the sport, Ibra, the guy that is going right now, does start as the favorite to win the semi-final, or maybe the favorite to win the tournament in its entirety. That doesn't mean that the other 3 players don't have what it takes to win it. They definitely do. Yuda Sembo-Sedembaba, who is Ibra's opponent right now, is having his second competition in a row and reaching at least the semi-finals. Last week, just around the same time, he was in the final of the Temsel Open Championship, the tournament that was won by Dog City. Today, he is in the semi-finals again, looking to make it another final. Just as Ibra reached the semi-finals of that very same Temsel Open Championship, but the killer, as Ibra is nicknamed, is now leading 2-0.
Used to be a seeded player, CD number 8. Omwaka 12 Mobili Yuda Sembus, so-called DEMBA-BA. We are in the semi-finals. Sejemba Ibra 2, DEMBA-BA 0. Race to 7. Race to 7.
Guys, the race is 7 in exactly 75 minutes. You may interest yourself in timing how long the video how long the match has taken by looking at the length of the video itself. The stream started just about 2 minutes before the match. That means, rightly so, that 13 minutes have been used up so far, meaning that 62 minutes is the amount of time that these guys have next. A void break it is by Ibra, where the black is putted on the break. The same player has to break the same frame again with no result scored.
Director Grace Nwakoro bya finance.
And how happy I am that the stream is looking this flawless. This is streamer's paradise. When you're having a stream this good and a level of play this good and a tempo this clean tournament that also has a very good number of fans at the venue, a few hundreds, about 400 at least. There is the session that is right in front of you. I'm not having the camera in an area where I see all of them, but there are quite many, and also on the sides and even right behind the guys that I am sitting in front. That is the VIP area. That one is for guys who have paid to watch. There is security around. I've been made to learn that the chief guest is one of the lead figures in Uganda's security. a high-ranking official in the Uganda People's Defense Forces. So there has been security up to actually from yesterday at the venue. Guys expecting to see this and that. For us, our focus is on the pool table. Evidence Katio, thank you for watching on Facebook. You're asking if anyone accepted Caesar's challenge. Not yet. Maybe the guys who will accept are guys who are also involved in the competition. Maybe others have run short of money. I don't know, but so far there has not been any acceptance. But he did say it himself, Caesar, and on the microphone, if he wants to challenge himself. He didn't say he wants to challenge these guys. He said he wants to challenge himself to see if he can head start any of these guys who are winning with +3 to 16 for $1,200 US. So far, there is no response. The response which you have is IBRA trying to win a third in a row against DEMBA-BA. This guy has, in my opinion, one of the most trusted attacking patterns on the African continent. Very, very, very effective. Will he get himself snookered? I will also say DEMBA-BA is almost very lucky. Probably IBRA can see the black with a little bit of spin. Yes, made it look simpler than it actually is. For the first 3 frames, the guy is pretty much playing against himself, playing on his own, winning frame after frame after frame. IBRA 3, Yuda Sembosi 0. Thank you for watching. Someone is at the venue and is saying that he's Rukonjiri's finest. I told them that they need to say that to you. If you are not Abesula, welcome to the stream. And thank you for reminding us, whether watching on Facebook or YouTube, to like the video. It is the least thing that any viewer can do for a live stream, and I know it is very easy to forget or skip, but kindly like the videos every time that you watch them. It is simply for YouTube and Facebook respectively to recommend the same videos to other YouTubers like yourself and other Facebookers like yourself. And I could easily say that before these semi-finals, before the semi-final fixtures were confirmed, DEMBA-BA was the hottest player in the tournament. He really made very light work of a player as good as Habib in the round of last 16, doing the same exact thing in the round of last 8, and yet in the semi-finals so far he is having no response whatsoever to whatever IBRA is throwing at him. And it could be a match that IBRA could win very, very convincingly. Last time out that DEMBA-BA made a comeback against IBRA, there's a tournament that was organized. We were still in COVID. The year was 2021. There is a video of that match on Peter Chode Live YouTube. I remember a race to 4 in double elimination competition in which DEMBA-BA led 3-0 against IBRA. By then a very young DEMBA-BA, because right now I'm not so sure that he's 20, maybe around 20. So you take back the clock 4 years ago. I'm talking about a very young teenager whom IBRA led 3-0 against. Then the guy won a first, and the second and the third took the match to a decider, which he also won. However, the tournament being a double elimination championship, IBRA was able to win it at Upper Volta in Kasubi. After walking through his second life and of course winning the championship, his victim in the final was Bwanika Mansour. I also remember that the final was a little bit controversial because they played once. Mansour had 2 lives, IBRA had 1 life, but then after the first match, which IBRA won, I remember 4-1, because the entire tournament was raced to 4 up to the final. The organizer said the final is 1 match. Just like that. That is only embedded in the history of this sport. The present is IBRA attempting to win a 4th in a row. This one will be the most painful of the would be for that DEMBA-BA is losing in this match, because he really got a chance and yet he couldn't even close the table. DEMBA-BA. White ball moving around quite neatly, quite beautifully. And lest I forget, please welcome back from the speed pool competition. It was very special entertainment. I know most of you who are watching on YouTube, you probably don't know that Ian Kazwe, before we had the semi-finals, did win a speed pool competition, defeating Ibrahim Kayanja in the final of a tournament that had 8 players. Ibrahim Sejemba by reverse dish by one visit of table pots black to the center pocket and wins a fourth in a row and leads 4-0.
Like a killer, as his name states. Eke Mayweather, the killer. Prosechimba. Kadede ayingidde mu kizimbe Kadede. Nali mwali Mr. Kadede. Kadede. Ana yomutere Chinese na TV tano. Kante rock katete. Otakayuga director Homeland Nawaro, director Ambulance.
By the way, there has been a match that ended in about 19 minutes when Joseph Kasozi beat the guy that was called Matia from Fort Porto in the last quarter final 7-0 in 90 minutes. I was actually told it was 19. I'm not yet even sure. I have to go back to the match and then look at it again and then time it again. But that was insane. But again, 4-0 from a guy that most of you says that he plays slowly. IBRA, after 21 minutes, leading 4-0, playing already the 5th frame. It is quite commendable. And of course, considering that some of the time was when the video started. I'm just timing how long the video has been on. The actual play started about 3 minutes after the video started. And for any neutral, you will probably be wanting DEMBA-BA to try and win this frame. Try and start a comeback. Try and inspire something of a comeback. And yes, I did say it before that he has ever done it. Then he was a very young man. By the way, DEMBA-BA is a very, very, very talented player. For the last year, he has been a shadow of himself. A very young man who got into the life of responsibility quite early on in his life. That is off the table. And of course, it has been very hard to kind of match up that kind of responsibility together with playing so well. But of late, I'm seeing the guy almost returning to his very, very best. And for other players in his age, I do call them boys. DEMBA-BA is not. He is already a parent. Lovely shooting skills from DEMBA-BA, only that the white ball moved a little bit too further from the red. As long as he sinks in the red, he's looking out to the center pocket. The rest will be a formality. No, he doesn't. Everybody in the crowd does touch their head in disbelief at the amount of misfortune that this guy is having in this match.
Yuda symbols 0. Race to 7. Race to 7. Junior Alquita, best of 13.
Thank you, Nash Mutai. You are watching live from Kenya. Who do you support in this one? Tamirat DC. I like Tamirat DC. Always watching from Ethiopia. Not so many people watch from Ethiopia. Tamirat DC is one of those very loyal Ethiopian viewers, and I hope one time that we see Ethiopia participating in the other events. We want to see players from Ethiopia. By the way, there are a few Ethiopian players in Kampala. There is a town where there are so many people from Ethiopia and Somalia in Kampala, and yes, some of them are already participating in a competitive pool. So If we had African Championships in Kampala, maybe Ethiopia will be participating, courtesy of a team of Ethiopian players that could be living and residing in this country. Kikiba, thank you for watching. Also from Facebook, Rofa Skip Career, locked in from Kenya. Murunji Morrison supporting said DEMBA-BA says IBRA is fire. Welcome to the stream. IBRA on now 3 yellows, all of them to be ported to the respective corner pockets, bottom left as well as top left and right of your screen respectively, and all of them simply by rolling the white ball, making nothing fancy, simply playing to clear, simply try to reach the final, hopefully try and win. And I'm talking about IBRA, a second tournament this year. The first one, he did win it on the 1st of January, New Year's Day at Kevipool Arena in Masaka. Red and black to the same corner pocket, top right, lovely backspin. The rest is a formality. Ibrahim Sejemba 5, Yuda Sembusi 0.
One-sided. Game is sided. On the left, IBRA Sejemba 5.
Aki Songo is asking who took out Mansour, a guy called Laban. Okay, a fish called Laban, and I'm hoping he's not watching.
ANKOLE Pool Association Grand Open Championship Semi-Finals. DEMBA-BA 0. IBRA Sejemba the killer 5. Otakayoga Mutine. Another semi-final coming up. Guru's finest. Guru's finest. Odongo Kenneth. Yes. Odongo Kenneth. Last year he was a seeded player. Will be up against Uganda's #1, Kasozi Joseph, aka Sharp Shooter.
Chindevere nizi na yandike nemu na yonu rutera. Hatu mutuko yeta Kira. Hatu nyoni nani etuoha mramwe. Jabuano zana.
No yo mzumanya.
Hatsiwe Kira.
Asiko to mzum.
Ghost bakarutwara kare.
No,
Agent Joseph. When the ghost.
You know the real ghost. You call the black ghost.
You go to Mazana Batera when I'm
Wherever to Milan machine.
And the machine. What is whatever black? The machine. Bagaya Maija Coleta machine.
I just feel for you, the Sembusi. You don't like to be an opponent when IBRA is playing this good. And by the way, he has been growing with the tournament. Was a little bit ordinary when winning yesterday. Today he has been getting better with each match, and so far the semi-final by a country mile his best performance, especially considering the form in which DEMBA-BA has been in, especially of late. By the way, those who are not so accustomed to Ugandan pool, you find it hard to get Yuda Sembusi when you look for him in Kampala using his name. They just call him DEMBA-BA. Fans gave him that name when he was upcoming around 2016 because they said he had a striking resemblance to the Senegalese footballer DEMBA-BA. As for IBRA, he has so many nicknames. The one that he likes so much of late is the Killer, a name he gave to himself after saying that he had killed everybody when he won the Grand Mchana Open Championship in 2023, one of the biggest tournaments on the continent. On that day, he walked away with $5,000. And the other thing I do remember in that competition that he had lost only 5 frames before playing the final. One-sided performance, that one was. And also among his victims was Aiden Joseph. The guy is so clinical today. Every shot he's playing is being played to total perfection. And if he is playing this good, everybody can fall. Any player on the African continent can fall, and can fall quite easily. Now on the black, the guy that plays Uganda's decisive frame, the Pride of Roxbury, now leads 6-0. One-sided. Totally dominant. 6-0.
It's almost a humiliation semi-final for DEMBA-BA. Remember, the last event of tournament in our country in Uganda, tournament yali kutemiseo. DEMBA-BA managed to be the second. He played against Dogo City. Yes, DEMBA-BA akazana final.
Asa Dogo Staka mtelele tujinji munonga.
Niwo kumanya. So he's not an easy guy. However,
nakakoza bamwe ofata kumanya puru.
However, CD3 tayagala more chance yonna.
Master Wanjaria Hasaka Awankise drawback.
Now, if IBRA can win this frame, it will be the second in the match, in the tournament, that we shall have a 7-0 demolition. The first one being the quarterfinal between Matia and the Kasozi. That one was played in way less time than this one. But for this one will be, in my opinion, more sounding because of the level of opponent that IBRA would have defeated if he can win this frame. Of a guy oozing with confidence.
Jase City Junior Primary School. Andrews Kachika bashirire otwara umwana wawe aze kushoma.
Bine basari.
Yes.
Goryo mwiriki.
Oryo basari ntereza abebitone ebya amagezi
okwiruka amagezi nyoka sobera book
tugamba Yes, it's a quick game and the semi-final has been one-sided.